Chairman, in connection with the final supplementary demand that is sought to be moved by the Honorable Chief Minister, I wish to offer a few remarks. The total amount is to the tune of rupees 116 crores, of which rupees 30 crores are voted and the rest charged. Normally, any supplementary demand would not be more than 5% of the entire budget. What is sought to be demanded now is 30%, and that is shocking. A sum of rupees 30 crore is sought to be raised in one installment. This is a clear reflection on the total incapacity of the concerned department and the ministry in not being able to properly set about organizing their budgetary spending. We can understand a nominal sum of rupees 10 or 15 crores being asked in supplementary demand. Therefore, I request the Honorable Chief Minister to find out ways and means of properly limiting the supplementary budget. Let us clearly know where exactly we are. Even in the Public Accounts Committee, we have brought this matter to the notice of the respective department, but nothing seems to have been done in this direction. It has been brought to the notice of the government a number of times. I regret to say that nothing has happened. Para. The other thing is this: let us know what the overdraft position of our state is. The very supplementary demand smacks of heavy overdrafts being returned. I would like to know from the Honorable Chief Minister what is the ceiling of overdraft limit that the government of the India have set for our state. Recently, we learnt from the press that the central government is going to limit and put a ceiling for each state. What is the limit for our state? 15% is going to be the limit fixed, was the information we had. I would like to know what is the amount of recovery coming under that 15%. In the speech of the Honorable Minister also, it is said that overdraft is going to be returned. Let us know what is the amount of overdraft that we are going to return under the 15% ceiling. That is one thing for which I wish to have an answer. I would also be very happy if the Chief Minister gives an indication as to whether we cannot sit with the government of India and the other states and find out how exactly we can sort out the overdraft position. I would like the Chief Minister to impress upon the center this aspect of the matter that is very important. Normally, overdraft should not be resorted to by the state government. All of us are agreed on that. But that is not possible. Even businessmen get involved in overdrafts. Even without proper security, they draw overdrafts. Here it is a stable government, and therefore there is nothing seriously wrong if we get involved in overdrafts. Even the central government is involved in overdrafts. I would like the state government to discuss this matter with the central government. There should be a categorical statement by the center as to the method by which they are going to limit the overdrafts. Para. Now that the Honorable Health Minister is also here, I shall once again refer to the veterinary college students' problem. I am told that the Honorable Health Minister had a discussion with the students. I would like to know the outcomes of the discussion. Can he give some assurance, any tangible assurance at least to the students? Nothing seems to have been transpired on those lines. At least the Honorable Chief Minister may, in his reply, Tell if any assurance is to be given to the students. There is no point in giving a blanket assurance that it will be examined or the needful would be done. Some definite assurance should be given by the Honorable Minister so that the matter may be amicably settled without any further delay. Para. Then I come to another important matter relating to sugar. A sum of rupees 2 crores has been allotted. Even during the discussion on the cooperation demand, I referred to the manner in which sugar has been distributed. We want that it should be distributed through cooperative agencies so that the people will get the benefit. I have even referred to the names of the cooperative societies in the Chief Minister's constituency and in my constituency, and their requests for distribution for sugar have been negatived by the government. I would like the Honorable Chief Minister to examine the matter de novo and make arrangements to distribute sugar through cooperative societies. Para. Next come to Ceylon repatriates. A number of repatriates are sent to Tamil Nadu and a few of them are sent to other states like Mysore and Kerala because they are accustomed to work in rubber plantations. The mother tongue of most of those repatriates is Tamil, and some of them have been sent to a place called Kolar in the Mysore state, and they have been practically faced with the unemployment problem. I would request the Honorable Chief Minister, who is the champion of the persons whose mother tongue is Tamil, to contact the concerned Ministry of the central government through a letter and tell them that these persons who have been accustomed to a particular work have been completely neglected and that their grievances should be redressed. In this connection, I have to point out that the officers from the Madras city who had gone there had continuously treated them. I request the Honorable Chief Minister to look into this matter and do something tangible. Para. Then I would like to refer to another important matter relating to cheat funds. The cheat fund problem has become worse. A poor person in my constituency has lost rupees 4,000 by joining the fund. I had sent a complaint to the police. I would urge upon the government to see that deterrent punishment is given to the persons involved. They might try to escape through some loophole in the law, and that should be prevented. If necessary, the government can amend the relevant law and plug the loophole so that the offenders can be properly booked.